I've been friends with Seymour about 11, 12 years now because I'm also on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame committee.
Seymour Stein's a genius, man.
He literally says, and he's had like health issues and all that stuff in the past 10 years. He's like, he is not going 6 feet underground until he gets you in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And literally every year, it's in case you don't think like you're even thought of or in line or whatever. But Seymour, like you're always, we get 2 votes each as a committee member on who gets nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Seymour always throws like from when I was first there in 2007 to now. Like,
well, let me tell you my Seymour Stein story.
Yes, tell me your Seymour Stein. Seymour Stein, the president of Sire Records,
who signed the Talking Heads, Madonna, Ministry, Ramones.
Yeah.
So I have 6 a.m. out, and it was getting energy off from in the East Coast. Scott LaRock was playing it, and Africa Islam was somebody who I met at the radio, who was very intrigued with me because the New York rappers would come out to LA. I already had the Porsche, the jewelry, the money, and the girls. And at that time, nobody had made any money on rap. Rap niggas hadn't bought cars yet,
Right.
So they like, why do you want to rap? But what I was doing, I knew my days was lower than low digits. I knew my days was had low mileage. It was getting ready to get, the warranty was about to be up. All right, so I want to rap. I like rapping, and my friends were going to prison, penitentiary, blah, blah, getting shot, this, that, and the other, because we was active. So Islam liked me. Like, he just liked me. And so he said, he was in Bronx, he's like, Ice, they won't play your record in New York unless you come to New York. Because what you're talking, they need to see you're authentic. So I came out to 156 in Tenton, South Bronx, and I was out there. So I met Scott LaRock, and by it being Africa Islam, I met New York from the top down.
But wait, what was your look at the time? I'm sorry, I'm trying to picture this because, like you said, Ice, like you had the hair, so you went to the Bronx looking like
I have Fila on and jewelry and a perm.
Okay, make sure. I'm sorry.
Them niggas just thought I looked like a pimp, but I was rapping my West Coast shit, and a player plays the whole bubble from the pineapple to the Big Apple, from the snowflakes to the earthquakes. You understand me? Wherever I touch down, I'm gonna make it my town. So I had the charisma and the gift of gab that all the New York niggas liked me. I was different, but they liked me. They knew I wasn't no bitch, so they liked me. So is by being a boss, I meet Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Scott LaRock. I meet all the bosses. So I'm hanging out, and there was a guy named Ralph Cooper Jr. You know who that is, Quest?
I do not know Ralph Cooper Jr.
Ralph Cooper Sr. was one of the Apollo cats that like ran the Apollo from back.
Okay.
So he's his son.
Okay.
So Ralph Cooper Jr. was like trying to be an agent, and he connected me and Melly Mel, and we did a record on Spring Records. And I was in the studio with Melly Mel and Kaz, like these idols of mine. And he took a compilation to Seymour Stein. It was Melly Mel, Grandmaster Kaz, Donald D from the B-Boys. It had the song Stick Up Kids and Girls.
Right.
Myself and a kid named Bronx Style Bob.
Oh, wow.
Right? This was the compilation. Kaz was still connected to, Kaz had a thing with Tough City, a deal. Mel had something with Sugar Hill.
Right.
Donald had something with Entertainment. I was free, and Bob had never made a record.
Okay.
So Seymour just said, I'll take Ice-T. And he wasn't hip hop enough to know that you couldn't rap if you were from the West Coast. His ignorance was like, fuck it. I'll take Ice-T. And I'll never forget, me and Islam went up to Sire Records to meet with him, and Seymour was dancing around in his socks. And Seymour looked me in the eyes and said, you have such beautiful eyes. And I was like, oh, shit. This is that part where they want me to do some gay shit. And Islam was like, stay down. He's going to sign the check. Stay down. Just hold your ground. So then he said, you sound like Bob Dylan. And I knew Bob Dylan was a Subterranean Homesick Blues. He's rapping on that. I'm like, okay. And then Seymour said the most genius shit to me. He said, do you understand the music from Trinidad, this stuff they're singing about, the Calypso music? I'm like, no. He said, they're singing about the problems here in the islands. He says, but just because you don't understand it does not make it invalid. It just means you don't understand it. In the same way, I might not understand hip hop, but it doesn't make what you're saying any less valid. It's just, I don't understand it, but I know you're saying something. So he gave me $40,000 and we made the first album. We went out and bought an SB12, a 909, and a gold chain.
Because what else do you need?